Now this is my new mold, and is the biggest thing I have ever made. The dragon is, takes less than half of what this bad boy's gonna need. 2 of these, whereas I usually don't quite fill up 1. So I'm gonna have to stir it into here and break it out. And we're gonna paint it, because I don't know if y'all can tell, but we've got a skull and a snake wrapping around it, and I want the snake to kind of change colors. So that's what these are. We'll change the colors as I paint it on. So, yay! And yeah, my table's a little messy because I stole it from the other human. And this is kind of a messy craft as I learn what I'm doing. This is part A and part B mixed together because it's an epoxy resin, which means you have a resin and a hardener. And the one that I'm using is a 1-to-1 ratio. So I just filled that cup twice. And now we gotta get it good and stirred. And I'm having to hold this because I really don't have a setup for recording. It's just hold my phone or set up my laptop. And I really don't want to risk my laptop getting splattered or bring it out in the garage when, I don't have AC in here or nothing. I just got a fan and it's about 94 degrees outside. My garage is roughly the same if I got a thermometer. That is not good for a laptop. So we're just going to do this, and it got to stir for a few minutes to get it good and mixed or it will not harden. And so we have all the bubbles, but it's going to have time to set and break down, and plus I'm going to color it, so you're not going to see that in the final product. And I'll speed this up, maybe, I don't know. This is a new paint. I've never done much with this. I've never tried to actually paint it on. I've only blended it in. So we're gonna see how that goes. So there's my skull. I've got my little bit of paint here. And we're gonna try him on the eyes and see how well it sticks. Maybe give him some age spots around his head. Make him an old skull. I think he's gotten set out, and he's gotten a little age because he's been dead for a while. That's why the snake has taken over him. Okay. So that is our painted eyes, and a little bit with this coffee paint. I just painted them on with this brush. So I have never tried painting. I have glow-in-the-dark paint that I experimented with. It does not hold the color when you do that, so we're gonna find out together if that works with this. Hopefully it does. Now this paint I know is designed specifically to paint on 2 molds, and then you pour another color underneath it. So I want something kind of creepy. So, and I've done that feels more dragony. I'm thinking I'm gonna go with this one, and we're gonna paint up our snake. So now I've got the new color on here. This is the color change. And we're gonna very carefully, so that it doesn't drop down onto the skeleton itself, try to paint this snake. Which I'm gonna have to put y'all down and just show you the after, because I can't hold it and paint very well. Well, that took quite a bit and was very hard to get into. So if I do decide to sell this one and start an Etsy shop, it's gonna be a by order only. Definitely yes. Not as easy as the dragons and the skulls. But now, as you can see, a lot of the bubbles have popped in there, and now it's time to color him up and stir him. So we're using our diamond dust mica powder. And we're just gonna start slow because I've never made anything this big. I have no idea how much I'll need to get that nice pearly glittery sheen that I want. And it's gonna take more as it blends in, which also, it gets it more stirring time to get it a little bit better mixed, because you gotta get up in there. Because I want that glitter, as you can see it's in there, but I want to also kind of color it up. So probably should have gone with straight up white. I might mix a little bit of that in too, so he's just kind of got a sheen. We'll see. We're getting all creative with this, doing things I've never done before. Y'all coming along for the journey. Yeah, that's a little too pearlized. I want a little bit more color, so we are gonna mix in some white. Just got a little bit of super white that'll just make it very white with a little pearl, and we've got some that crystal vibe in there, and we'll see if this just kind of whitens it up or if I need to add some more. So those bubbles will pop as it kind of warms up and settles. And plus that's the bottom that you're never going to see. So now the hard part is done. Now the really hard part, waiting for this to cure. So we'll be finishing this video tomorrow because it's got a 24-hour cure. Well, I popped him out of the mold, and so the brown, turns out I can paint with it. And maybe I should do some more because that's kind of cool. His skull has been split. I did not realize that. I thought it was just a division in the mold of, hey, here's where we put it together, because, well, it's got the little lines there. The snake, I'm not sure. I think I maybe should have done a different color tint on him. Ah! I'm making a mess of this table, but yep, that's the final product. These are just some of the dragons I'm thinking of making. That's the just color change, purple and red. That is my purple, red, and gold. We've got the red and green color change. That one is blue, green, and gold, depending on how you angle them. And that's my black with a little pink to champagne coloring. So they all just kind of change colors and spice up the bookshelf a little bit. I'm thinking these two are my favorite. How about y'all?